Well, a restaurant with a patio or view might be one of the best places to enjoy Monday's eclipse.
And we asked our partners at the Dallas Morning News what they recommend, plus the latest on new restaurants. And today's Foodie 411 with food writer Sarah Blaskovich. Sarah, we have been talking about the solar eclipse for weeks now, and we know there's all kinds of celebrations and watch parties going on. Are any restaurants hosting events?
Yes, they are. And I think what would make sense from a restaurant is to go to one with a great patio or maybe a great view. So in that vein, two spots that are way high in the sky in Dallas to consider could be Crown Block at Reunion Tower or Monarch on the 49th floor of a building on Elm Street in downtown Dallas. Both are high-end restaurants and they're doing special events. Also, the restaurants in and around downtown Grapevine seem to have a lot of events on Monday. One of our editors, Erin Bookie, made a list of restaurant-specific eclipse parties, and you can find that at dallasnews.com/food.
All right, well, that's great. And also, before the eclipse, we've got the weekend. So are there any notable food events this weekend?
The Fort Worth Food and Wine Festival starts today, and I wrote a story about how this festival is a great way for DFW restaurants that haven't opened yet to sneak peek their menus to an audience of foodies. For instance, there's a bar that opens in Fort Worth soon called Tropic Lady. Even before you go inside, you can get a bite of their plantain tacos at the Fort Worth Food and Wine Festival.
And Sarah, you also broke the news that the Houston restaurant El Tiempo is expanding into Arlington. What's the story there?
Yes, El Tiempo has been around for more than 25 years in Houston. It's known for its fajitas, tortillas, and margaritas. Its first DFW location is in Arlington at Choctaw Stadium. And Dallas natives like me remember that building as the former Texas Rangers ballpark. It's right next to the current one.
Yeah, and did that location surprise you?
Yes, we don't often write about restaurants inside of former ballparks, but there's also a Starbucks in Choctaw Stadium now, and there's a newish fine dining restaurant inside. So they're trying to make Choctaw Stadium in Arlington a destination, even on days when there's not a sporting event nearby.
All right, pretty cool. Anything else we need to know in restaurant news this week, Sarah?
Well, there were so many new restaurants opening across the Metroplex that just for fun, last week I challenged myself to see if there was one for every letter of the alphabet. And in fact, basically there is. So my list, which I call the ABCs of new restaurants, was fun to put together. And if you'd like that kind of thing, I'd love it if people would read it and challenge themselves to see how many of those restaurants in those 26 letters they've been to.
Oh, interesting. And that story is available right now on dallasnews.com/food. Sarah, thanks so much. It's great to see you. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you, Christy.